You won't believe the final card Poland just played against the European Union, a move that could permanently redefine how migration is managed across the entire continent. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into this critical issue that affects the future of Europe and Poland's sovereignty, please take 1 second to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments. Do you think Poland should be forced to accept migrants from other EU countries? Your support helps us keep bringing you these deep dives into Polish affairs. The core issue is the EU's Migration and Asylum Pact, a massive, complex legal framework designed to force all member states to show solidarity with frontline countries like Italy and Greece for Poland. This means one of two things: either accept a mandatory quota of relocated asylum seekers, or pay a financial contribution of about 20,000 euros for every person they refuse. This is the mechanism Poland, along with Hungary and others, has been fighting fiercely against for years, viewing it as a direct attack on their national sovereignty and the right to control their own borders and society. It's not just about the money, it's about the principle of Brussels dictating who lives inside Polish borders. The political line in Warsaw is crystal clear, regardless of which party is in power. Poland will not be accepting migrants under the Migration Pact, nor will we pay for it. This firm stance, recently reiterated by Prime Minister Donald Tusk, isn't just political posturing. It reflects a deep-seated public sentiment. Recent surveys show that around 3/4 of Poles oppose accepting migrants under this forced solidarity mechanism. For the average Pole, the argument is simple. Why should we pay for a problem we didn't create, especially when we are already making massive contributions to European security and solidarity? This leads us to Poland's ace card, the Ukrainian refugee crisis. When Russia launched its full-scale invasion in 2022, Poland opened its borders, welcoming millions of refugees from Ukraine. Today, Poland continues to host over 1 million Ukrainian citizens, providing them with housing, education, healthcare, and employment rights. A massive financial and logistical undertaking that is arguably the largest act of solidarity in recent EU history. Warsaw's argument to Brussels is this: our solidarity is the care and support we provide to Ukrainian refugees and the protection of your eastern border against hybrid warfare. We are already doing our part, and more. The political victory came when the European Commission finally acknowledged this unique status. In November 2025, the Commission officially included Poland, alongside countries like Czechia and Austria, in a special category: states facing a significant migratory situation due to cumulative pressures, including the influx of Ukrainian refugees and the weaponization of migration at the Belarusian border. This classification gives Poland the possibility to request a full exemption from the mandatory solidarity commitments, meaning no quotas and no 20,000 euro fine. This potential exemption is a massive win for the Polish government, as it justifies their years of political resistance. The argument for Poland is further cemented by national security concerns, which are seen not as theoretical, but as a current, tangible threat. For years, Poland has faced hybrid warfare on its border with Belarus, where the regime of Alexander Lukashenko has systematically funneled migrants from the Middle East and Africa towards the Polish border, often with the backing of Russia. Poland views these organized crossings not as a humanitarian issue, but as a deliberate attempt to destabilize the EU's eastern flank and sow internal political chaos. This is why Poland treats the border as a high-security zone, maintaining the physical barrier and military presence, which they argue protects all of Europe. This commitment to security and the significant defense spending that accompanies it is what Poland uses to justify its rejection of other relocation schemes. What's crucial to understand is that the V4 countries, including Poland, are not against immigration in general. Poland has implemented its own changes to attract necessary, skilled foreign workers, streamlining visa and work permits for many nationalities to meet its growing labor market demands. The opposition is narrowly focused on forced, EU-mandated relocation of asylum seekers from the southern border, a system they believe is flawed and does nothing to solve the root causes of migration. Their preference is for the EU to spend its money and effort securing the external borders and working with countries of origin to prevent irregular migration from starting in the first place. The big question now is the implementation. Poland has formally applied for the full exclusion, citing its massive contribution to the Ukrainian refugee situation. This exemption must still be approved by a qualified majority of EU ministers. If granted, it effectively validates Poland's hardline position and may set a permanent precedent that hosting refugees from a neighboring war, like Ukraine, can be counted as a country's full solidarity contribution, rather than accepting migrants from distant regions. If the exemption is denied, Poland is on record saying it will defy the EU, setting up a major legal and political crisis at the European Court of Justice, ECJ. This situation will define the balance of power between Brussels and national capitals for years to come. As this complex situation unfolds, it's vital to stay informed on the facts, which are often lost in the political noise. If you found this explanation helpful in understanding Poland's firm stance and its strategic play against the EU pact, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving this video a big thumbs up. Let me know what you think the final outcome will be in the comments below. Your engagement fuels our work, and we appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for watching. You can find more detail on this topic in this video, Poland's exemption from the EU Migration Pact. This video gives a detailed interview perspective on how Poland leveraged its position regarding the Ukrainian refugee crisis and border security to seek an exemption from the EU Migration Pact.